Pod leader.
This is our VH1 era.
From the Isle of Previously.
Conspiracy theory.
Doo-doo-doo.
I'm on Sexy Watch.
Goal Watch.
Clone watch.
Tyron.
Read alert.
Tyra 2 list.
Double.
Captions crunch.
It's so nice to wear.
You want to wear that top?
My hair bill.
Working models who are working.
It's good, it's round. 24.
Ding, 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 ding. Tyra Posta. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Pod LEDOM. That's America's Next Top Model podcast, spelled backwards. My name is Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
I'm Lex Basile Price.
And mail's here. Get your mail.
Oi, governor.
Oh, governor, it's your mail.
Lovely mail.
That's right. The Wells Fargo wagon has come around one more time.
It's got my bank on the back.
Because it's bankable.
Hugh Jackman's on top of it.
Oh, no.
And his beard.
Which one?
I'll never tell.
We are here today with the final mailbag of Pod LEDOM. This is crazy. I can't believe we're here. We, as usual, have gotten some amazing submissions from so many wonderful people from across the globe, from many different places.
Perfect.
Our fans and listeners make sure that this well never runs dry.
Mm.
So our first email is from Nikki, who won't spill iced tea.
Ew.
Hey, y'all. Never said that before.
Oh, welcome, Nikki.
I didn't think I'd be emailing you, but I'm just listening to Cycle 16, Episode 5, and was called a monster by Lex for enjoying a cup of tea through a straw from a mug. I don't retract that statement, which I was doing exactly at that time, so I thought I'd say hi.
That's brilliant.
I have sensitive teeth, and it keeps them white, okay? Love the podcast. It's great knowing other people are as addicted to this ridiculous show as I was. Having not had other people to discuss the show with when it aired, it's really interesting and fun hearing other perspectives. Plus, your agreement that Nigel is disgusting just soothes us all. I also love that JW knows Charmed as well as I do. Those references always make me smile. I'm in the UK and started listening in September, and I'm on Cycle 16 now. Wow, you went through those quickly. Anyway, thanks for the laughs and all the hard work.
Yay, thank you, Nikki. Charmed. I know.
I did.
Have you seen Charmed?
Not all the way through.
Everyone of our the individual DVD box set.
Honestly,
So
I really, once Shando left, I was like, why?
You know what? It's not bad.
the problem, not the problem, but the problem for it, rest in peace, of course.
Sure.
Doherty, but,
Amazing.
was that Rose McGowan actually was a very likable replacement. It was one of those few shows where losing a major cast member actually kind of just
It kept on rolling.
gave it a freshness that it needed. But fun story, when I first moved out of college, I lived in around Washington, D.C. In my very first apartment. I didn't have cable, but I had a DVD player and only the Charmed DVDs, and that's just the only thing I watched when I was bored at home. Didn't have friends yet, didn't have a life. I just watched Charmed over and over and over.
Gets you through the hard time. That was a great email. I should also say here that these have all been taken from since we did the last mailbag.
Oh, wow.
There are lots of people at lots of different points on different journeys, and that's one of the fun parts.
Moving on to the next email. This is from Heinrich, a.k.a. the guy who found Beautiful the video.
That was his title, so I had to reuse it because it was great.
Hi, Pod LEDOM Universe. I'm a huge fan of this podcast, and I am keeping up with Cycle 22. And last episode was about the Beautiful music video shoot. But did you see the full music video? No? Well, then I have a gift for you, and included the link. The podcast is everything, and I'm waiting for what's next to come. Love from Sweden.
So, girl, what's all this about? Oh, she a natural beauty. She don't need anything on her face. She wakes up all perfect. More power to the chick that wake up and don't need a damn thing. But what about the rest of us? What about us? I want to fist you, girl. How do you? We got a lip sticky, get it good. Lip sticky.
This must be the place.
Behind jealous. rewind, fits me up and down, tie me running round. I'm racking up them bank signs, I'm racking up them bank signs, I ain't no perfect chick, so I'ma compact, go click, my booty run a little thick, so stop giving me. She ain't no perfect chick, so water compact, go click, her booty run a little skim, so stop giving her. Dip it, dip it, pat it, click it, dip it, dip it, pat it.
These extra models.
Giving it nothing. Not lip syncing.
You better work that whole way like a runway. Work that whole way like a runway. Work that whole way like a
That's the opening credits, right?
Work that whole way like a runway. Work that whole way like a runway. Work that whole way like a runway. Like a runway. Like a runway.
Justin's
Struggle crying, the payments cannot run it. No rent on hits me up
Good
and
for
down.
that flip
Got me
into
up on the
Journey.
ground. I'm stacking up the bank signs, the bank signs. I'm stacking up the bank signs, the bank signs. Painted face, quick, sleight of hand, magic tricks, lose it,
Hands on the chin. Forever.
I know that I'm legit. Yeah, I know that I'm legit.
Where's Miles naked? Oh, let's you know why. I always forgot that this had a narrative just for Lacey. No one else.
Work that whole way like a runway. Work that whole way like a runway. Work that whole way
Yeah.
like a runway.
And now Lacey's in heaven.
She died and went to MLM heaven. Oh,
I see your beauty. Do you? You better work that whole way like a runway.
Right, there's no
gosh,
Helen.
yeah. Even poor Vidasa.
Now it's a new song.
Uh-huh. She's so cool in bed. I did not notice
Make
this
it
was a time.
I also did it.
Make it brighter, baby. Bounce up your life. Live la vida. Do it bigger, baby. You think working
Smack my fat ass.
You.
Yeah.
No, it's true. Get up. You the boss. You better. You the boss.
No, don't make me wear it.
Oh, right.
Dawn on the horse.
Right. I actually kind of love the version you did.
Tell 'em how to spell beauty. Tell 'em how to spell beauty.
B-O-O-T-Y.
Only it's beauty.
Spell beauty.
Is it booty?
Juicy skinny booty.
What? Excuse me. What letters? What letters was Lacey YMCMing there?
No idea.
I think it was noting.
My favorite part of the whole thing is when the vocal hits boss so hard it sounds like balls over a shot of Dustin and the big ball.
I am gonna say forever, Hadassah kind of slayed in that video.
He kind of did.
I'm gonna say that the first half song is actually kind of an earworm.
Yes.
And then it just goes on for too long.
Also, the continuing storyline, that Story is canonically Tyra's singing voice.
Yeah. It's like a Disney princess where they have a speaking voice.
Alea Salonga situation.
Yes.
Judy Kuhn.
Thank you, Heinrich. Thank you so much.
Okay, next is from Abby, who watches like a podcaster.
Ooh.
I discovered you guys through Reddit and have been binging both the show and your podcast through my winter break, middle school teacher. I started at cycle 3 because I really do not like the first 2 cycles.
Fair.
Maybe I will listen to them sometime. I've been laughing so much, and it has made me feel so much better about still loving this problematic and sometimes awful show. I may or may not get shamed by my sister for watching the show so much. I'm currently listening to your first mailbag episode, and I totally agree that my view has changed so much watching it in my 30s. There are some seriously problematic things that I now see. It's also awesome to watch it through your eyes of knowing the entertainment business, like the way the editors shape narratives. It really makes me watch the show a little closer to try to see where the editors have changed the time. My own link to Auntie M is that I went to high school with Jessie from the college side. She was a really nice person,
Aww.
and if I remember right, we were in band together.
Yeah, sluts.
I now want to include some of your lines when I talk to my students, like, I'm sorry, Jen, I'm cute, and you can book. Thanks again, Abby.
Yeah.
Telling a child you can book.
Oh, please tell your middle schoolers they can book.
Yes, please.
Oh, set up a whole system where you can book and bank.
Oh,
You can book books.
That's like a gold star sheet.
Yes.
You booked,
You booked, but you banked.
And if you bank enough, you get a free pizza.
It's book it.
If you book enough banks.
We just
or if you bank enough books.
Bank enough books.
Pizza Hut, just do bank it. We did book it. That's really, yeah, it's very interesting to having rewatched the series with our current eyes. I also sometimes think about how it might change if watched it 10 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what would our lived experiences then make us notice and not notice, care more about, care less about, etc.
I also do not watch every reality show like I watch this. I allow myself to get sucked into stuff that I know is fake.
You don't take copious notes and then repeat it for 3 hours?
Just go back over the smallest increments of time possible to catch things in the background.
I think that's an interesting point, though, Hannah Jane, because part of, if you're a reality TV fan, especially the bad reality TV, quote unquote, is you do have to buy into the edit a little bit. Otherwise, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not just watching for errors.
I recently was with a group of people watching Hot Frosty. I promise this has a point. And there was a clear person who did not like to watch bad movies the way the rest of us did. And they genuinely, and I don't think this person was trying to be like a butthole. They were just like, but it's bad. Like, this is a bad movie. And they just could not get themselves to a place where they could enjoy it and did not understand why the rest of us were so engaged with it. And I tried to gently parent and explain, like, you have to buy in that you know that this is bad. And once you do that, you can enjoy. I'm not saying you personally need to nor can do that, but like, that's how I enjoy stuff. And that's
you have to get invested.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
From Meredith, who is on our reality TV wavelength. First, I would like to thank you for many years of entertainment and for building a wonderful community. I was one of the lucky ones who found your podcast before COVID.
Imagine.
I know. I had actually been looking for a new podcast when finishing up Gilmore Girls and stumbled upon Pod LEDOM, but
Gilmore Guys.
Gilmore Guys. Sorry. And stumbled upon Pod LEDOM, but at that time, there were only a couple episodes out, so I didn't give it a listen because if I liked it, I would be so disappointed that there were only 3 episodes. That is a real feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine only having 3 episodes of our show.
Jesus.
I feel like so many people just...
Yes.
Yeah. So I waited a while and finally listened when you were on cycle 2. Ever since then, you have filled my commute, been in my ears while doing dishes or playing out loud when I'm playing a game on my phone. My husband even chuckles at your things you all say when he hears clips.
I love when we get even the husband.
Yeah. Even Tyra.
We do suck a lot of husbands in accidentally.
Your podcast has gotten me through a lot of really hard times. It's so beautiful to hear your genuine friendship and to finally hear someone else's views on my comfort show. I've watched cycles 1 through 22 at least 15 times each. Cycle 6 probably like 75 times.
Word.
Cycle 23 is new to me, so I've only seen that like 4 times. I miss the goofiness of Tyra cycles, but that intro is fire. It drives me bonkers that I can't find 24.
Oh, I'm glad to know that this is coming.
Yeah, seriously. Anyway, here are some questions for you. Have any of you watched the show Claim to Fame? JW, I would love to hear your game theory perspective.
So, Lex and I actually watched, alongside his husband, the first season of Claim to Fame.
Mm-hmm.
There was fascinating. I will say this. Is Claim to Fame a good show?
No.
But does it have some of the most intriguing game theory possible? Absolutely. Because if you don't know the show, everyone there is a kind of unknown relative of a very famous person. And truly the
Like
people,
extremely famous.
very famous.
Yeah, Tom Hanks was one of them.
Yeah. And the idea is that you can get eliminated if someone can guess who you are related to. And challenges and such throughout this show give you extra clues and whatever. But there's also this component to it where you have to figure out essentially who you want to put up and force to guess. So there's also this idea that if you get someone right, you don't get eliminated. So you kind of want to keep people around. Like there was
the Simone Biles.
Simone Biles' sister was basically their twin. So
and
like,
everyone knew.
Immediately.
First episode. So they were kept around for a really long time because everyone wanted that safety blanket in case they were put up for a nomination to guess her and stay in the game. And it's actually very fascinating. And is one of the cutest platonic.
Oh.
I wish I
Garrett
remembered
or something?
Logan?
LC?
Yeah. The top two have an amazing friendship.
They were great.
Yeah, I think it was Logan and LC.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they're just great. They even just let them have like a duo confession at the end where they're just like cuddling up on each other. Because all the men get eliminated and this country dude is just in a room by himself for most of it. It's just him and the women.
It's really funny to see the generational blocks where
Oh.
celebrity is famous unless
You mean Pepper?
are old enough.
You mean Pepper and her famous person like Bing Crosby or whatever?
Nobody knowing who Donny Osmond is.
Also, have you watched The Circle? I watched this season with Ava and her sister. Would love to hear your all's thoughts. Maybe next podcast?
I've never watched The Circle.
I've watched, I think
I've watched Tracy and Katja watch The Circle.
Sure. I think I've watched like 1.5 seasons. It's okay.
I don't like the gameplay.
I don't like the gameplay either.
Don't get rewarded for being a fake person.
No.
You should have to do something extra or get something extra if you successfully catfish people.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the show is just
Popularity
Yeah,
contest.
Yeah.
yeah. It's not, and maybe that changes. I only watched the first season,
Yeah.
and then I gave up on it. But it's been a cultural phenomenon, and there are so many ones that like it's one of the shows that now you can watch in a bunch of different countries' variations of it. I love Michelle Buteau as the host.
Yeah, she didn't do enough, but
and I
yeah.
also know the contestants who wind up on Perfect Match afterwards.
Yeah.
Well, of course.
Wild.
So it's like one of those things that was a phenomenon, but the gameplay itself just never interested me, so I fell off.
Thank you for being there for me. Your podcast and community has been such an escape from my mind, and I can re-listen to your episodes over and over. Top Model is my comfort show, and Pod LEDOM is my comfort podcast. Thank you for bringing a warm, shining light into this world. Aww.
The next one is from Hannah.
Mm.
Who had our avatar moment. Hello, Pod LEDOM legends.
Aww.
I'm currently in the middle of a re-listen, and I've been waiting with breath that is bated for JW to finally use the phrase model basic. And we are there in cycle 14.
Wow.
It took me longer than Smize. I feel like Hannah on Sexy Watch or everyone waiting on Smize to happen. There it is. Little Tyra 2 list for you there. Anyway, thank you so much for doing what you do. It brings me so much happiness. Lots of love from Scotland. Hannah XXX. Who knew?
I love the idea that fans have their own watches for the podcast, like we had Sexy Watch and Clone Watch.
A lot of people ask when Tyron started, and I can't tell you. And sometimes
I can tell you.
First episode.
I can tell you when Tyron started. Look for the episode that says the host who does not like Tyrons.
Oh, sure.
Oh, made it in the title.
Yeah,
First
that's
time.
me. I said I didn't like Tyrons.
And yet, here you are. That was your Sandra.
Changed her mind later on.
I think really the model basic thing, what's fascinating about that was always there. It just didn't have a name yet.
Yeah, for sure. It was interesting. Someone one time there was a conversation that happened. It was on Discord or Twitter or something like that about like trying to name my model basic for every cycle. And the funniest thing about it was that there were some cycles, especially early on, that it wasn't clear who it was. I think what's interesting about the model basic thing is that there was a conversation, it was either on Discord or on Twitter or something like that, where people were trying to make a list of all the ones for all the cycles, and there definitely weren't as clear ones, especially early on, where it became also a little bit. But also, it was funny that sometimes people would argue ones that I didn't think were mine, and then people would be like, no, I really think it's this, that, and the other. Like, I'll go on record, like, not very successful, but Cycle 3's was definitely Christy.
Oh, yeah.
But some people were like, but it couldn't be Christy. Christy was bad. I'm like, well, that's a model basic. I'm not saying they're good.
Nope.
Brooke didn't last very long either.
Yeah. Also, they can't all be doubly Amy's. Sorry. A lot of my model basics not going to go to first call, though. That's really fun. 14. Wild.
Wait,
and I
no,
remember
no.
that came very organically from one of you two as well. Like,
I feel like that was
Discovery,
Lex. Yeah. Okay, this next one is from Lauren, who is thinking about comings and goings. Dear pod leaders, no, too much?
No, not at all.
I'm doing my annual re-listen of Pod LEDOM, and it's getting me through another hectic summer. I really can't thank y'all enough for all the entertainment you've given me over the years. The thought that there is only one season of ANTM left for you to review makes me the opposite of hella juiced. Just finished cycle 10. If you do more mailbag episodes, I have a random question for you. If you each could pick a contestant to do a Drag Race style entrance and exit line, who would you pick and what would their lines be? All that said, if you feel done with this podcast at the end of 24 cycles, you have given me and the whole LEDOM pod so much over the years and you don't owe us a thing. You have consistently, reliably put out fantastic episodes pretty much every week since I began listening 4 years ago, and I can't think of many other podcasts that can say the same. I hope you're all proud of what you've put out into the world because it's truly a joy to listen to.
I mean, I don't think we have to pick a contestant that would do a Drag Race style intro because that already is Melrose.
Don't need that, Issa.
I don't need that, Issa.
Issa. I think Camille would get the epic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
This is my signature walk and it's going to make me famous.
all the All-Stars, because they all have those, like, quotes on top of their pictures when they came in.
And then when she
got that.
When she exits, it's, I'm leaving to go take up sculpting.
Love circles.
I mean, Eugenia also kind of had one in her audition episode when she came in. It's like, all the other girls are doing mewing.
If it was Anna from Alaska, she just, like, if it was an all-star situation, she just came in and said, I'm Anna from Alaska.
Nicole Page Brooks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, I mean, Jade's.
Yeah, Jade did the Vanjie exit before Vanjie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
I'll say a fun thing that also, unfortunately, Future Cycles kind of left is I liked it when the fade out from the model collage a bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even though I think it's mean-spirited, Nikisha talking over her fade out still tickles me. It still tickles me.
And we had an episode every week, except the 1 week in 2020 that,
I interpreted that as Lauren Sago's one episode, but she was like, well, that one wasn't good. She was like, this one episode, just like, sorry guys, I can't all be bangers.
I'll take it.
I'll still listen, I'm a completionist.
Somewhere in cycle 10.
when we checked out.
We were saving our mental health.
From M, who clearly loves a villain. This is my first time reaching out, though I've been listening to your podcast for a few months now, and it's easily my favorite thing to listen to nowadays. I grew up watching ANTM with my mom and have never grown tired of rewatching the cycle, so I was stoked when I found this podcast and felt like I had found a community that I really felt a part of. I've been listening out of order based on which cycles I'm most in the mood to watch, but one of the most recent ones I've listened to was Cycle 18, British Invasion, Lovely Day, Governor, which contains easily my favorite bit. Clone Watch!
Amazing.
The way Lex so seriously says, ooh, alliteration, Clone Watch, just absolutely sends me. If we were to get a new cycle of ANTM, I'd vouch for the following idea. All Stars 2.0, mostly stars. Or, better yet, All Stars XX, mostly stars. A cycle of contestants who will, in fact, be awful roommates, but who would give us damn good quotes and content. Included in my All Stars XX 2.0, mostly stars cycle would be Jade, 6, Melrose, 7, Natasha, 8, Jenna, 9, Claire, 10, Jesus, Sandra, 12, Short Aaron, 13.
Love the way Short.
Casey, 15, Monique, 16, love.
You know you need.
Victoria, 19, and Hadassah, 22. The spin is that each of the contestants' original cycle winners will be competing on a team of their own, and the Mostly Stars contestants will have to put aside their differences, work together, and overcome the team of their cycle's winners. The other spin is that Allison, 1217, will be secretly competing with the Mostly Stars to bump up their overall average, but will make top model history by being the first contestant to be runner-up 3 times. Let me know who would be cast in your All-Stars XX 2.0 Mostly Stars.
Not them pitching top model invasion of the champions like the challenge did.
Love it.
That was a good list.
Great cast.
When we start getting to Laramie.
Larry. I'm sorry, can you imagine the combination? Can you imagine the combination of Victoria and Hadassah?
Just Hadassah's just like, I won't deal with this.
Or they become obsessed with each other somehow.
I love that no matter any time we mention anyone from Cycle 13, we have to remind
Short.
We do it too. We're like, you have to see Aaron.
Yeah, Nicole.
Yeah.
Short Nicole.
Sunday is just Sunday.
Yeah, oh, obviously. Sunday.
I think you would. I mean, she already competed on All Stars, but I just want Camille in everything, I guess.
Sure. That's a very funny idea of just All Stars bad roommates.
Tosh.
So funny.
Oh, yeah, we can add Tosh.
Courtney. What happened to
Courtney. Tosh when she came back.
I'm sorry, where is Robin from Cycle 1
Oh,
over there?
yes.
Making that group pray? Come on. The next one is from Megan, who has great taste in people. I've been loving your coverage of Cycle 23 and just finished the most recent episode. I was so glad to hear that Paige had such a great Where Are They Now because she was one of my favorites of the cycle. I wanted to bring an Instagram post to your attention because it shows how loved she was by Stacey McKenzie. The caption is so sweet, and I find it so fascinating that Paige seems to be the only farewell post that Stacey made. Sure, this could be because Stacey was a guest judge on the episode, but the caption on the photo and the continuous interactions on social media over the years lead me to believe they had a great relationship on the show. Just wanted to share to further prove how great Paige and Stacey are, underrated gems of top model, justice for Paige. And the caption is, a pretty face and nice body can only get you so far in life, but with an amazing personality, a strong work ethic, and professionalism, you will be unstoppable. It was an absolute pleasure working with you, Paige. The world is yours to continue to shine and inspire many, my girl. Showers of blessings to you on your journey. Stacey.
I mean, when Stacey was there, when her plane got in on time.
Mm-hmm. When she cared about being there.
Yeah, I think, as we noted, Paige was professional. And I think Stacey appreciates professionalism.
I just love to think that there was only one model on Top Model
that she liked.
Stacey liked, and it was Paige.
Paige was like one of these late cycle rediscoveries that I was like an all-timer.
Absolutely.
Good model, great contestant. As far as my model basics go, probably the best at both worlds.
Oh, the most competent basic.
And just like, we talk about like stand-up comics where you're like, or a host of something, you're like, I just feel safe. I don't have to worry. Mm-hmm. Paige is that person. You never have to worry that Paige won't do what Paige needs to do.
Mm-hmm.
And Paige learned her lesson in that first episode when she started that fight between everyone else. And Paige was like, I'm so sorry. I was trying to not start racial tension.
This next one is from Jonathan, who had an amazing video to share. Hi to my favorite group of podcasters. It is time for my seasonal message. So I fell down another ANTM rabbit hole, wanted to share this with you. And then Jonathan sent us a link for a video that is still on Facebook that we all watched together directly prior to this recording.
If you would like to watch it, maybe we'll drop the link in the Discord.
For a little holiday gift.
Yeah, but do you know when it glitches, and it will glitch at the same place, just refresh and skip.
Yeah,
that's just DJ splits.
It's hard-coded into the video, apparently.
Jonathan says, I remember watching these when they were on air, but for Cycle 24, they did a social media series introducing the new girls, similar to Meet the Queens that Drag Race usually does, except without the actual interviews. They all still exist on Facebook. The bizarre thing is Tyra introduces the segment only for it to be hosted by Drew and Cycle 23's Tatiana. When you were talking about her on the podcast this week and how she said she didn't like to present or public speak, I remember these promotional clips existed throughout Cycle 24. It poses a million questions like, why did she come back? Where is India? Why is she wearing more chokers? Why is Drew wearing a chain? Why did they show Brendy K as Brendick? The whole thing is cringe, and I am here for it. From the audio quality to the awkward transitions, I figured you would all enjoy this too. Y'all, this video is so good.
This has more surprises than you could even say in an email.
We had to pause from cackling.
Yes.
There is one point, we'll spoil it.
Yes.
There is one point where they're talking about Sandra.
They just showed her.
They just show a picture of her. And
Drew says, she's an Instagram girl. To which Tatiana replies, like Chrislian? And then Drew responds, yes, but unlike Chrislian, Sandra is a virgin.
Our next is Sandra.
Wow, she looks sweet too.
She is very sweet. She is an Instagram girl.
Ooh.
I
like
know.
Chris Leanne?
Yeah, like Chris Leanne. But unlike Chris Leanne, she is a virgin.
Oh my gosh.
And when they show Maggie's picture, Drew says she's a white homegirl. And Tatiana goes, oh.
It's so good.
They also give poor Tati nothing to do.
Nothing.
Even if she was brilliant at public speaking, They didn't give her anything to do.
No, but this is also a job for Paige.
Yes, a job for Paige. Or, yeah, where's India?
They have Drew, who knows everything about the cycle, interviewed Tatiana, who knows nothing about it. It makes no sense.
And he poses the questions to her like, who are you most excited about? And she's like, I don't know.
I wasn't there.
The only person she does get excited about, though, really, is Ryan, because they're friends.
It's great. Thank you so much for that video.
It's very
Jonathan.
good.
It was a
live stream,
real...
which I used to work in, and I saw every bad decision they made.
From Taylor, who wants our host opinions. Hello, Hannah, JW, and Lex. Let me start by saying that I am sorry it's taken me so long to write in because y'all really mean a lot to me. Thanks, JW, for helping me feel confident and strong in using y'all in my everyday life again.
Hell yeah.
ANTM has always been in my sphere because I'm a tall and mall girl, not named Sarah, sadly. And finding a show about beautiful tall girls being hosted by a beautiful tall supermodel, I said, hey girl, hey, this is my new favorite show. As a teen, I think the show somewhat negatively impacted me because all I cared about was looking like the girls on Top Model. So I thought rewatching the show would be detrimental to me during the pandemic, but watching it along with your podcast helped me see the show in a totally new light. And I truly felt that I've learned so much about important subjects like race and gender and beauty standards and expectations in the industry than I ever thought possible. Y'all made me smarter. And not only that, all you L girls had me on the floor laughing and still continue to laugh, even during my lucky 13th re-listen of your podcast. Maybe not actually 13, but that's not a close estimate at this point. Your chemistry you have with each other, your deep dives you go on, your incredible analysis and opinions of America's Next Top Model all combined together have created something so special that it has become more dear to me than the actual show itself. Your podcast is my comfort. It is my sustenance. It is my joy. It is my truth. And as the subject says, Podleadum is literally my Roman Empire. If y'all are still reading this long rambling, then I have some quick discussion topics I would love to throw out. My biggest one would be to discuss your overall opinion of Tyra Banks. I know you've said in the past that you're not a Tyra Banks discussion podcast, but I think at this point, after the Smile Cream and DG splits of it all, and reading G. Emanuel's book, and breaking down Tyra's appearance on Drew Barrymore's talk show, do y'all remember that episode of your podcast? You should revisit it. If not, because that's a good one.
Do we remember?
I think you... We were literally just talking about it before we recorded. I think you've accidentally stumbled into becoming experts on Miss Tyra Lynn to the point that I'm sure you have very nuanced opinions of her. Nuance? I have an opinion. I have a controversial opinion that people tried to multiply cancel me online about.
You've been nuanced about that.
You explored the many nuances of your opinion.
I have explored how bad she is at some things and how okay she is at others. As sad as I am for it to be over, I am overwhelmingly grateful for you all and for this immaculate podcast you created. I'm sure I will continue to listen over and over until I have every episode memorized, but I am excited to follow along with all of your journeys and successes and to see what the new evolution of this podcast will be. I've tried to be a consistent Anchor supporter. I refuse to call it anything else. But sometimes I have to click that clicksel and re-up that sponsorship because life, you know? But I'm so happy to support you all because you all are worth it. Always remember that your signature walks will make you famous. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Check your thighs in the mirror. CoverGirl makeup is so nice to wear. Hooch, but make it fashion. Toot your booty. Shake your body yaddy. And we were all rooting for you, especially me. P.S. You silly broke hoes were right. Alexandra's song is the best, hands down, no questions asked.
Oh, yeah.
Tyra Lynn.
Tyra Lynn.
I will say, I'll start with a positive because I think if the list is going to be long. One thing I genuinely think about sometimes when I'm making decisions, especially with creative projects, it's one thing I will always give Tyra Banks. She just does.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's something very valuable wherever that came from or whatever it was influenced by, that if Tyra has an idea, she tries it.
Mm-hmm. And is not put off by failure.
No.
Which is admirable.
And I think watching the Rita cycle in the time that we did, right? Where we have Tyra, we have Rita, we have Tyra. You do see a difference.
Yes.
Yeah, here's the thing. This show does not work in the same way that it works with Tyra.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And you really need her to do it. And it's unfortunate that seems true of many reality shows, that once you have a very specific host, that host and their vibe influences what the show itself is.
Especially when
so
it's
intertwined, it's hard to replace them.
Especially when it's about a a job or a career that people want that is based on a very specific definition of what that career looks like.
I will say, as a great example of that, Canada's Drag Race has a very distinct personality from any RuPaul hosted Drag Race.
Trickles down from Brooklyn.
Yeah. I think Tyra she is good at walking, mostly. She's been out of practice. Don't watch that video of Victoria's Secret.
Yeah, that wasn't her fault.
That was a mess to begin with. I will stand by. I do not think Tyra is best at taking photos. I think she thinks too much.
She is a fascinating mixture of super self-aware and completely unself-aware. I honestly don't know how she contains both of those things at the same time.
Talk about someone who can hold two separate thoughts.
Because sometimes she is so clearly in on the joke of herself, aware of what she's doing, playing into it, all of those things. And then she does things where you go, wow, you gave this no thought whatsoever. You went with your first thought. You thought it was great. And that was where it stopped.
Remember when she put that man's finger in her mouth?
Oh my God.
I also think that Tyra's intent and impact are often at war with each other.
Yes.
Her intent, which she says a lot in many cycles, is to expand the idea of what we think of as beauty and what the modeling industry thinks of as beauty. And I think that we do sometimes, because of the top model silliness and problematic photo shoots at other sides, discount the fact that she really was having a cycle with 2 plus-size contestants at the same time. It felt like she was always truly pushing for those
And rooting
things.
for, like, she was defending Takara to Janice.
But I also think it's wild. She is, in some ways, the person that we should cancel, right? This idea of someone who should be canceled. And yet, there is something innately about Tyra Banks that stuff slides off of her.
Yeah.
I think part of it is how public it all was. And also...
Yeah, none of this is a revelation. We all watched it.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is that there's something about Tyra and the choices that she makes that I do... It comes back to what I was just saying of, like, I feel like the intent is never harm.
No.
The impact might be.
Yes.
But I think she truly wanted to not only, let's be honest, make some money, have a career.
lot of money.
Yeah.
But also, she did have, I'm sure, struggles that many of us will never understand being a black model
Of course.
in that world. Especially
Absolutely.
At that time.
doing high fashion stuff, before the commercial stuff really popped off. So I think she did go into top model with the intent of let's find these undiscovered folks, give them the career that I had, etc. And I think that one nice thing is the show did, usually not the winners, but sometimes like Kyla, like it often did produce contestants, or they found contestants that ended up having outstanding careers.
Yeah.
You know, maybe that's also on Michelle Mock and those other.
Yeah, I mean, to give it to the show, like, there's been a lot of discussion recently about contestants coming out and being like, well, it actually didn't help me, it hurt me, and that's their experience, and I'm not going to discount that. But I do think now that we have watched the show and we do these updates, there are a lot of people, whether they did well on the show or not, who ended up having careers. And they are working models who are working. And sure, that might be against them in one avenue, but that certainly wasn't a knock against them in this other avenue.
I think with Tyra, there's also an element of arrested development.
Yes.
Because she got so successful so young that you can clearly see that her understanding of certain topics really froze at a very young age. And
14.
never went beyond, which leads to some wild, messed up stuff.
It'd be interesting.
Even when it comes from a good place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, I think we were both, however you want to look at it, blessed, fortunate, lucky. We made this podcast at the right time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of good timing moments because very unfortunate, but when lockdown happened, the show was re-released, people were rediscovering it, Mr. J's book came out that was essentially a tell-all disguised as a novel. Tyra started hosting Dancing with the Stars. Smy's Cream came out. Like, they were all models.
No one could predict Smy's Cream.
But because of that, we also got reintroduced to Tyra.
Yeah.
And who she was in real time, but without new show, which was the biggest blessing of all.
Yes.
And it's interesting to see her continue to try these new things.
You know, we were talking about Tyra as Hollywood Squares. I don't think she's her.
I think she's a guest. Only Drew Barrymore Chaos is in the center square.
But that feels like where she should live.
Yeah.
Like that
Yeah.
that kind of stuff works. I didn't even dislike her that much on Dancing with the Stars. I thought she was fine.
She was kind of rude to people.
But that's
Good at talking to people.
She's also
that's
not
kind
good
of
with.
that Tyra Banks sauce that I like, though. You know what I mean?
She's insane. She'll always be insane, but oof.
I had that dream again. My small business needs to hire, but I don't use LinkedIn and I hire wrong. So our orders get all backed up. We're drowning in paperwork, then actually drowning, careless fighting off sharks with a stapler, and pirates are pillaging the office copier, and then I wake up.
Don't let hiring nightmares ruin your dreams. LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant goes beyond the resume, using unique insights to deliver a smarter shortlist. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/quality. Start hiring today with LinkedIn.
It's football season, and you can now get almost anything you need for game day delivered with Uber Eats. What do we mean by almost? Well, you can't get a running back delivered, but you can get baby back ribs delivered. A strong defense? No. A strong deodorant? Yes. A six-pack of abs? Nope. Six-pack of beer? Yes. Get almost anything for game day delivered with Uber Eats, official on-demand food delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Alcohol 21 plus and in select cities. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
Now, our next one is from Casey, who has constructive criticism.
Oh.
My favorite pod, one thing I've noticed is a lot of times when y'all dissect some of what Tyra is saying, we don't consider AAVE. I'm a Jamaican American, and one thing I've always loved about Tyra is the code switching is minimal. As Black women, we all have to do it, but I find her mostly authentic in her speech. She sounds a lot like my mom and tons of other Black women I grew up with. Tyra actually does it a lot, and I find it endearing. I think sometimes if you look into some of it, you may be surprised. Sorry you have to deal with Cycle 22 and the chaos that is Mikey and the boringness that is Lacey and Niall. Ah! Okay, this is my favorite email because, yes, Niall, boring, clocked.
Lacey isn't.
Lacey was a basic. They're kind of all boring. But the point is... No.
Is Niall the most successful model basic?
Oh, no. Can a model basic be a winner? It's open for interpretation. No, Casey, thank you for sending this. I think that's very true. I'm glad. Thank you for picking this out, Hannah. We always appreciate kind of call-ins like that when they're coming from a great place. I remember when someone wrote us when we were talking about Yaya, her cycle in an interview. And we some microaggressive kind of stuff came out about like her name within that. And we were talking about her being not professional, but someone emailed us and was like, well, actually, this is something a lot of us have to deal with all the time. And we think that, I think that Yaya handled it really well. And we're always open to that. I think the fascinating thing about this podcast, both the critical discussion that I get to have with my co-host, but also the emails like this from Casey and others that have come in
that are really bringing perspective.
I think that Pod LEDOM has actually made me a better person.
Gross.
More thoughtful. Truly, do you think?
I think so. I think if nothing else, I've always been a very expressive person, and I tend towards hyperbole, and also peek behind the curtain. This is a bit of a character. Mm-hmm. I think JW and Hannah would agree that like this is I on the show do kind of we're all playing version, right?
Which doesn't mean it's inauthentic.
No, and it doesn't mean that
I think all of us are like at 80% authentic, 20% performative.
Yeah, and it's not to discredit the email, but like I do think that like it has made me see a lot of that stuff more and like
think about like when to employ and when
exactly.
I think too, if I may, Lex, I hope you don't mind me saying this, and you can cut it out if it doesn't ring, if it rings hollow to you. I think I've noticed all of us growing and changing as people and how we speak not only to each other, but also in general.
I think I have not gone back and done a re-listen to the podcast. I think I became much more sensitive to the contestants, especially from an age perspective.
I found myself, I was very like in early cycles, I was a lot like fighting for attention, I feel like. And I think I got a lot more confident in speaking. Yes. Thanks, Pantene. But I got very like much better about not worrying about being interrupted and like sharing energy and not needing to feel so quick and whatever with everything. And with you, Lex, I think that early on you used to say a lot, and you haven't said this in a real long time, that like, well, my role is this. And, you know, you would say that like that sentence, my role is to be the this, that, and the other of that. And I think it's kind of been beautiful to see you feel like you can just be Lex.
Oh.
And that's enough and good and valuable, and not feel like you have to put on a role even when you choose to.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think
Thank you.
I hope you don't mind me saying
No,
that.
I don't mind you saying that. I think that is true, especially at the beginning of the show. Like, I was the secretary. I was the one who... Yeah, I'm the one who needs to keep us on track. I'm the one who, like, treasurer or whatever. And that got loosened once I was able to, and this is something I deal with in my own life, once I was able to let go of control.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think
and part of that's trust too. You learn that Hannah and I aren't gonna like derail. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, we can
and
transition too. We're all fine at doing that shit.
Yeah, and I think to your point about the like feeling you have to interrupt, I wonder too if that was because, you know, coming from it, Hannah and I had already done a podcast together. We had been doing a show together. We both come from families that do a lot of collaborative speaking. And that is not a skill that you can just learn. You have to practice it. So
I think too, and Hannah and I, again,
but I'm definitely funnier.
I hope Hannah and I had a conversation really early on because Hannah and I knew each other the least going into the podcast.
Yeah, Lex has really brought us together.
Yeah, and I felt myself speaking over you sometimes, and you and I had a conversation that I really appreciate that you allowed me to bring up, where I was like, I don't want that to keep happening. I want it to be like, I want to be like called in when that's happening. I also definitely need to look inside myself and see if that's coming from like a sexist place.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
well, and it comes from my end too, where a lot of the time when I'm in certain situations, it's easier to, you know, and I'm just going to let them talk. And then, you know, it'll be my, like, I'll just wait and wait and wait. And it's like, oh, you don't have to wait. You can jump in. It will be well received. You can be generous with other people's time, but also generous to yourself in the amount of time that you take. And that was something that I had to learn from my end too.
Yeah.
Our next submission is from Ryan, who has a tangible question.
Or our favorite kind of prizes.
Hey y'all, as we are winding down on Top Model, I'm curious what you think are the best and worst challenge.
I didn't know that's what the email was.
We know what category dinners are going in.
Oh.
I started listening back during Cycle 6, and it's crazy to think that we're almost at the end of the show. Hope y'all have a great day.
Give them money.
Give them jobs.
Yes, one of the literally
Fashion Weeks.
Fashion Week is great, but truly,
Give me a fashion
we made fun of it. But one of the best prizes ever on the show was a check from Sprite, or a check from 7-Up to Anya in a box of lemons and limes.
In an ad that actually premiered.
Yep, but she got paid for the work that she did.
I also think, because I don't necessarily, I know in a cycle of the show, that's not going to be possible every single time. I like personally, and I would love y'all's read on this, because we didn't get it every cycle. I like some challenges where the win impacts how much you get at the photo shoot.
Yes.
So like you get
Extra
50,
frames.
second get 40
Love.
or whatever. Like I like that because that doesn't mean that the losers of the challenge are going to get eliminated, but you kind of have to step it up.
Yes.
I think that is a great prize.
And it's also easy.
It costs
it's so
them
budget
nothing.
friendly.
Yeah, because you're just stealing frames from the other people anyways.
I think extra time with the judges is a bit of a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
That can be a wonderful thing, or can sort of screw you over in panel if they have higher expectations.
J-tips are usually pretty good.
Yes. I also think that getting clothes from designers to wear to judging
So
is
helpful.
always a good thing, even if the clothes aren't that great.
Yes.
Because the judges are contractually obligated to tell you that you look amazing.
I know this wasn't a prize necessarily, but Cycle 19 having just 9 West shoes, no one had a bad shoe issue.
Nope.
Because you had that closet or whatever it was, and that's just like kind of a nice thing to have. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, because I was never as mad about dinners. What I'll say is we have learned that they had a food stipend and it was kind of low.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see the idea of just like a nice night out with something special. For me personally, I could see that being rejuvenating.
Sure. A problem was they always sent them out with someone gross.
Yeah, that's the thing. I never need the meetings at the consulates or whatever. No, thank you.
The spa prizes were never as good as the
Yes.
show wanted to make them look. There was always something weird about it, or the other contestants got involved somehow, which are also the worst prizes.
Worst
For
prize, best
Rhonda?
moment.
For Rhonda's tiny finger.
Imagine winning that and then having to throw petals into the bath or whatever. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I wish tyrant treats had been better.
Yes.
Terror treats were never good.
Good idea, awful execution.
Remember when it would just end up being candy?
So many
Candy
times. And then you just give it to everyone else because you're like, hey guys, we got
And also, I can't
malted milk balls. That's cool.
I can't eat all of these. From Melissa, who has the last word on Oppo. Last Wopo on Oppo. Hi, Pod LEDOM crew. My sister and I are massive fans of the podcast, and we watched every season of ANTM since cycle 2, if my memory is correct, for better or worse. Since you're starting season 22, not a great cycle, but the winner almost makes up for it, I thought it would be funny to give you a little anecdote about the famous Oppo phone, the shadow contestant of this season.
Let me just say before you go on, I've never been more excited for a reveal, whatever this is.
My family is Colombian, and our household is very traditional, so Colombian channels and shows are always on. I got way too invested in watching a show called Yo Me Llamo, which I think is based off of a Korean show, but I am not positive. Their premise is that everyday people compete as impersonators of famous singers. Throughout the show, the contestants are only referred to by their celebrity name. For example, the woman competing as Shakira was only referred to as Shakira for the entire time she was on the show, and you never learn anything about them. As they advance, the objective is to sing, perform, act, and look as much as the celebrity as possible. This is just drag for straights. Yes, this is completely absurd and hilarious, but it became bonding time for me and my mom. Anyway, this is all to say that one day I noticed that the sponsor of the show was actually Oppo. I couldn't believe it and immediately sent a picture to my sister to show her that Oppo is alive and well in Colombia. Before the end of each episode, the host would plug the Oppo phone and take a photo of all the contestants left with it. I guess one of the draws is the camera quality. I started to notice that Oppo commercials actually played during the show, which I hadn't noticed before. Anyway, I thought this would be a fun anecdote for you all to know about. Side note, was the Oppo battery terrible? Because it's always plugged in on the show.
Oh, maybe.
Because the camera's so good, the battery's so bad. As I said, my sister and I love this podcast so much. We listen every week while simultaneously re-listening to the podcast from the beginning. You're all so incredibly hilarious, and we always say we wish we could be friends with you all. We even worry about what will happen to the podcast when ANTMs. Uh-oh! Anyway, apologies for being so long-winded, but I thought you'd all enjoy this fun fact.
Love that Oppo is out there sponsoring still in the sponsoring game.
Please keep it going, Oppo.
Oh
I would say of all the sponsor prizes we had that were like random one-offs, Oppo really stood the test of time.
Yeah.
Like, we remember that name.
Oppo Dopo.
Yep. I remember how blown out every photo was.
I don't know if I've talked about this on pod before, but do you remember there was a similar show but much shorter on MTV when we were in like middle school? Where people would go on and compete to like be the Britney Spears or the Jessica Simpson.
I don't remember this.
Oh, this
Yeah,
happened.
It wasn't that
Two
Make
different
Me
people
Into
from
it, was it?
It might have been Make
Yeah.
Me Blank.
Yeah, I think it was.
Okay.
Two different people from my high school competed on it.
Oh.
And one actually won the Britney Spears episode.
That's fun.
Yeah. She was not actually a Britney Spears fan. It was hilarious.
Oh my God. She looked like Britney?
Yeah, and was a dancer.
Ah.
Mhm.
I love those behind the scenes of people being like, I wasn't actually a fan of them, but I wanted to be on TV,
Yep.
so work.
That's our generation.
And you got,
I'm
like,
not gay, but I'll be on next,
you
whatever.
also got no prizes from it. Like, the prize was to perform the music video live for the TRL audience. That was it.
MTV game shows were never concerned with prizes.
Oh my God. The karaoke.
If I could be on any game show, it would be Say What Karaoke.
That was an amazing show.
Yes.
That was a good show, actually.
And Dave Holmes.
Yeah.
I would meet Dave Holmes.
Queer icon.
Yes.
If I could be anyone, Dave Holmes.
That's the one.
Should it be with all three of us? I feel like you give Dave Holmes energy.
Absolutely.
I don't know if I remember who that is. Now I gotta look this person up.
You're like, oh.
Oh, yeah, sure. Instantly recognizable as JW coded. Next one. This will be very fun for you and I, Lex, and you'll see why. From Laura, who has a special horror update. Hello, Hannah Jane, JW and Lex, my podcast friends. I love this podcast so much and have listened to it from the start several times. Nothing makes hours of mind-numbing data entry fly by faster than listening to the witty joy of Pod LEDOM. So, I have a conspiracy theory. Last night, I was watching the horror movie Halloween Resurrection. Please don't judge. I know it's terrible. Do you know who appears in the movie? Busta Rhymes and also Ms. Tyra Banks. The plot of the movie is that some college students are locked in the Michael Myers childhood home with body cameras on Halloween, and hilarious hijinks ensue. Busta plays the dude who is putting the shindig on and running the website where the live footage will air. Tyra is his associate. Not untrue. Guess what the name of Busta's company is in the movie? Dangertainment. What is the nonsense word that Tyra uses to explain her MLM company? Beautytainment. Halloween Resurrection, released in 2002. AMT and Cycle 22 aired in 2015. Coincidence? I think not. I wonder if there's a horror movie about some ice cream out there somewhere. Thanks for all the happiness you have brought to the world, and a hug and a smooch for each of you. One thing, if you want some bonus content, is that Lex and I were invited onto the podcast, What's Your Least Favorite Scary Movie? We had a great time and we talked about Halloween Resurrection.
Yeah, they were great. I still think we hold this record, the longest episode of that podcast, because we couldn't shut the fuck up.
Oh my gosh. The co-hosts of that are such sweethearts, and they're so funny. And honestly, it's called "What's Your in parentheticals least favorite?"
Yeah,
scary
definitely
movie.
check it out.
Check it out. They do great content, but they're researchers, very similar to like Lex, and all of us are. So
we all came with lots of notes.
Yeah, couldn't stop diving deep.
Yeah, honestly, no one will ever do a deeper dive into Halloween Resurrection than that episode. It's impossible. There's not more information to find.
I do love the thought that Tyra wasn't actively referencing Halloween Resurrection, but it just sat in her brain for years until she went Beautytainment.
One day she woke up and was like,
Beautytainment!
But yeah, I just wanted...
From a nightmare.
I just wanted to give a special shout out to Jesse and Trav. Please go listen to their podcast. It's a fun time. And if you have to start with ours because that's your in, I get it.
Every episode after that will feel short.
Yeah, exactly.
Breeze by, baby. Breeze by.
So this is from Danielle, who has a final Smize Cream update.
Oh my God.
Hi to my favorite podcasters. I love you so much. I've been a longtime listener of Pod LEDOM. It gets me through so much, you would never believe it. I've been wanting to reach out about this for a while, but I try to keep a low profile. I'm writing because I'm a graduate student in food science, and I work in the lab that Dr. Maya is from. My lab focuses
Danielle, how?
My lab focuses on the physical chemistry and engineering of ice cream, chocolate, and confections. Now, I have never met Dr. Maya. She graduated years before I was there, but she was greatly loved. People speak highly of her, and she even taught an ice cream class during the pandemic. Ice cream science is really hard. It's a complex system of ice, fat, carbohydrates, and protein. All of the components of the system interact, and it can be difficult to study one variable without disrupting another. It's truly a feat to graduate with your PhD from this lab, and she deserves a lot of respect. Also, she won the amazing race with another grad student from our lab while in grad school.
I totally forgot about that.
Oh, I remember her.
Yeah. They were great.
They were great.
I hope you all appreciate these fun facts and share the news that ice cream science and food science in general is intense and awesome. If someone wants to make a better ice cream than Tyra's, they should definitely get into food science and start learning all about the physics and chemistry behind it. Note, I don't think Tyra's ice cream making school for children that Hannah Jane discovered is the right move.
Oh, you don't?
Why?
Find an accredited university.
Danielle!
And learn things the right way. Love you all so much. You should know that I exclusively listen to Pod LEDOM when I'm working in the lab, so you're part of rigorous scientific progress.
Hell yeah.
The amazing word.
I think it's always such a wonderful sign when, like, years later, you're still known as a very beloved figure in a community. So that's good. I'm glad that's true of.
I do not know if Dr. Maya is still associated with Smize Cream.
She has not been mentioned in the publicity items in a while.
What? Did Smize Cream make another new rebrand? Shocking. Very recently, by the way, Smize Cream, just to document this forever, had a 10-pint box that also and that's the only way you could purchase it. That also came with a beanie and necklaces.
Wasn't it 2 beanies?
Yeah.
There were necklaces of Tyra's signature that they said she hand wrote.
It was handwriting Smy's.
Yeah. They also had 2 Dig Baby Dig spoons because they can't get rid of them.
And
they bought way too many at the beginning.
If it had not been 10 pints, because there was 2 beanies and a necklace, that's 3. I would have gotten it for us as like a finale gift. But I was like, I can't. Lex can't even eat half of them.
No.
They were like, hey, tell us if you have any flavor preferences or allergies or anything. We'll try to curate it. And I'm like, then what is this? Just a box that you're going to throw 10 rando pints in? This is so weird.
The podcast is ending, but Smy's cream is still going.
Can you imagine? I cannot believe that.
It's because it's rebranded a million times and it's now just
and it's a money laundering front.
It's a money laundering front.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, Tyra's allegedly using Saudi money to allegedly funnel it back to her.
Unless Smy's Cream wants to sponsor this podcast, and then we'll take it with open arms.
Right.
But if you don't know, they do have a school at some point, somewhere in that basement.
It's on the website.
In that basement?
I don't know, maybe in the back room.
Ice cream school for kids.
But it's just...
It sounds so cute when you don't think about it.
Sweatshop. But it's not sweat because they're making ice cream, so it has to be cold.
Just flush shop. I'm like, ooh, it's a flush.
You get that nice little orphan rosy cheek.
Existing on a diet of Smy's surprises.
Oh, yuck. They're going to give you the one hot Cheeto one.
There's cereal.
There's some fruity cereals in there. That's substantive.
I'm gluten-free. Who cares?
So since I'm running this final mailbag, I thought it would be fun to ask each other silly questions. Send each other little notes in the posta.
How silly are they?
So I'm going to go first.
Okay.
And my question for the 3 of us was to list 5 if you want, but however many you would like, all-time favorite reality TV winners across all shows.
Ooh, Pinteresting.
Yeah. And I feel like I should probably go first because I had the most time to think about
Can I make a suggestion that we round robin it?
Yeah.
I would love that.
That way we always have another time to think, especially if we end up doubling.
Double-doubling,
That's going to happen. So how many do we want to do?
Oh, let's start with a goal of 3 and then go from there.
I'm going to start with this one. I feel like it's going to be shared. Christina of Hell's Kitchen.
Sure.
Amazing all-time contestant. Notable because went on to be more successful on the show post-winning because Gordon Ramsay liked and respected her so much.
Truly got a job.
Yes.
And that's already part of the prize pack.
But got another job.
Another job.
Yeah.
Like, never stops working and was a great mentor on the show. Great competitor, great mentor, a welcome presence on my TV screen whenever she's there.
Absolutely.
Uncontroversial opinion, Bob the Drag Queen.
Heck yeah. Great
my first season I ever watched of the show, which was a great, for me personally.
Season to watch first.
It's actually a great first season. I'm going to recommend if you want to try to get someone into American Drag Race, it's a great first season for 2 reasons. One, Bob, pretty uncontroversially beloved.
Yeah.
But also short season.
Yeah.
So you don't have to spend a lot.
We're very varied. Like, you got a lot of different flavors of drag that season.
And because it was Naomi,
Kimchi and Chi-Chi was the 4th.
Oh, yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah. And then you had iconic, for me, super fun villain Derek Barry as 5th.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Perfect. A great cast.
Those eyebrows.
I'm going to say the challenge, Ashley Millionaire Mitchell.
Yeah!
I know she's done some controversial stuff.
No, disagree.
Well, we can get into it, but I will say that I love the challenge. I've watched every season of the challenge. Lex and I share a joy of the challenge. The show is, in my opinion, very good about racial diversity. It has a huge gender and sexuality issue.
Yes.
And the men are often extremely dominant, and the show is designed for the male presenting contestants to be dominant in a lot of ways.
Which is why a lot of times they have to do a male-female winner.
They have to do pairs.
Yeah.
And Ashley was one of the first solo winners and won some of the biggest prizes. That's why they call her Millionaire Mitchell.
Nice.
Well, it's also because even when she was paired, she had the option of stealing money from her super sexist, abusive, basically, partner, and she took it. And she knew how to do it because the secret was you always had to be slightly ahead of your partner. And so she always finished seconds before
and that's
he
the
did.
thing. She won 2 different seasons.
Yeah.
So it's nice to me that she's also not like a one-off. You can't discount her. No matter how you feel about her, she's like a 2-time winner. And she was great television.
Yep.
And usually on that show, the great television people aren't always the best winners.
Yes.
And she was a magical, for me, both.
Yeah. And now, did she get kicked off the show and probably won't return?
Oh, yeah.
Because allegedly she said the F slur about another contestant who allegedly, pretty sure, is in the closet. It didn't seem malicious. It seemed, because she's the girl that it's like, and I'm not forgiving people, but like she
shouldn't have said this.
She shouldn't have said this, but she is canonically friends with like the gayest people on the show. I think she was sick of this person and was just like,
And some feelings were expressed poorly.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So that's why it's a little bit complicated, but at the time of both of her wins.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't do better for me.
So my question was, do I do all food TV or do I mix it up? I'm going to mix it up for our fan community who enjoys the show just as much as I do. Ink Master. 2 women have ever won Ink Master.
Has it only been 2?
Out of 16 seasons.
And one
2
of them's a
women have
judge,
won.
right?
Now she is a judge,
Yeah.
yes. Ryan Ashley, who I would like to give it up to because in that season, they were divided into teams by judge, and all of the women there were like, no, we're a team, and all we care about is making sure a woman wins this show.
Yeah.
And they outplayed the show itself, which was great. But I'm going to give it up to the other woman who has won Ink Master, Laura, who was weird
Hell yeah.
and great
Hell yeah.
and entirely uninterested in the politics of Ink Master.
Just
She was like,
very
I just
good
wanna be-
at ink mastery.
And yes, good, just an amazing artist, and was like, I just want to sit here and be a weird artist. I don't get why people have to fight all the time. and managed to win.
Somewhat-
Which on Ink Master is crazy.
Somewhat the Allison of Ink Master in
Yes.
some ways.
I think this is also, I'm uncontroversial this episode. Christian Siriano. Talk about someone who transcended the show, was able to come back and still do well, but they
By
are,
far their most successful winner.
yeah, for sure.
And, transcended the show itself and went back to the show at the same time.
But without ruining it.
Yep.
Yep. And also was so fucking young on the show.
I'm going to pick someone from Flavor of Love.
Oh,
Thing
love
2.
this.
Honestly, though, I'm going to give up for all 3 winners. Hoops, Delicious, and Thing 2 all seemed great.
Yep.
All seemed quite lovely and were seemingly they were there for television
Of
for
course.
sure, but they were so authentic.
A compliment to Flav if you think about it.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's the thing is like the show was, Lord knows, to have to deconstruct Flavor of Love.
That's somebody else's podcast.
Yeah. Truly not my place, not my lane. But I do think that the show found winners picked by Flav, picked by producers, picked by a combo of both. That by the time they won, you're like, hell yeah. And that's great. And it's so funny because I love New York.
Yeah.
And there was a show called
I Love New York.
And
And a series of ads for Broadway.
but it's funny. The winners are kind of lesser known, but all were very good.
Yeah.
So I would have to give it to Hoops if you're going to give it
Sure.
to anybody, but all 3 of them were great.
Sneak in, not my actual answer, but I cannot let this go by without talking about Nadia from Great British Bake Off.
Sure.
Oh, sure.
One of our greatest winners of all time. Wanted her to win the entire time, and then she actually did. Amazing.
Isn't it nice when that happens?
Well, and this is my number 1 is this perfectly realized for me because the show didn't know this person was going to win, and you can tell it from the edit. Dino of MasterChef. One of the weirdest contestants on television of all time.
Hannah Jade, what a pull.
This man was a Brooklyn ballet dancer.
Remember.
So weird. Such a little weirdo. Constantly sucking his cheeks in all the way. Got such little screen time in the first half of the season because the
Did they ever taste his food?
had no idea who was going to win. Eventually they did.
Because let me tell you, I'm going to say right now, MasterChef, you are bad for food waste. You don't
Me
eat.
too. That's very.
They
yeah.
don't eat like half the food.
Yeah. But he was so funny and so weird, and
So
the show
true.
had no idea he was gonna win, and then he did, And it was amazing. I love him so much. Also, like, would give so much shit to the annoying white straight man that
Perfect.
teacher
Yeah.
constantly. His name was Jeff. It was hilarious. I loved him.
I'm going to double up on a challenge winner because, once again, I like people that win at life. She came one time and then she left, I think. Or maybe she twice, but then she left. Jamie Chung.
Oh,
Jamie Chung on the challenge from.
I think she did 2, and after she won her second time, she just
Yep.
Yeah.
She
And
said,
that's all I did what I came to do.
and then went and became an actress.
Yep.
and like
That's like
a well-known one.
Yeah. I forgot that she was on the show.
Yep. She was originally on Real World
Wow.
San Diego.
Yeah,
Good for her.
and she famously had very little screen time on that
Yep.
because I think she's just normal. And yeah, she was on like the good guy team. It was like good guys versus badasses.
Yep.
And she just won. I think she was also the only woman left on the team.
I think so,
time
too.
They got to the finale.
Just was like, okay, I won money. I'm good. This
I'm
is
gonna
going
go find my career, my real career now.
Yep.
It's truly fascinating to think of. I would love to just actually watch only the properties from MTV that Jamie Chung was in, because it's such a, I don't want to say it's a wild ride. It's not. It's a tepid ride, but she's just so lovely. And that is impossible when you're on multiple MTV shows to not have a bad moment.
Yep.
We're going to find one time that she was slightly rude and be like, that's the worst she ever was.
Before you say your last one, I just
Sure.
want to throw in here. I was not going to do any Love Island winners because the fact that there are winners on that show is so stupid. But it needs to be noted that Ekin Sue did win her season of Love Island and became a legend.
Not Ekin Sue. Poor baby Jesus, not Ekin Sue.
Not Ekin Sue.
I'm going to say something that I know everyone's going to hate. Because I appreciate it. Survivor, Chris.
Oh, yeah.
Chris, who also won the challenge.
Yep.
Is so controversial because Chris was on the season of Survivor with the Redemption Island situation where he was separated and then brought back way later, but won.
Gotcha.
But then,
People hate that.
But then he was on the challenge and won.
Slayed.
And seems like a genuinely nice dude.
Wow.
And also, I find him a cutie patootie.
He is a cutie patootie. I will. Here,
But
also,
a very important criteria.
I'm so glad, though. Chris, if you're out there, never do another reality show again. Because now you've gone on 2 shows. One, you're one and done. For 2 different shows is crazy.
Yeah. I will also throw out, because I didn't think about this, and I don't know anything about them, but Alex from Traitors, Australia is perfect. If you have Traitors Australia, is it. Go watch it. Every season is a wildly different ride.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And she is the last moment of just she and the other guy, and he's like, hooray! And she goes, no.
I'll say this, and Bob the Drag Queen is actually, because I love Bob the Drag Queen, kind of a counterpoint to what I'm about to say. As a viewer of so much competitive reality television, I enjoy a winner that's unexpected.
Yeah.
I do not like... I'm going to use her as an example,
Bianca
but I
Del
want to
Rio.
be clear that I really do like this drag queen. The All-Star season where Shea Coulee won it's very unfortunate for me for Shea Coulee, who crushed that season.
Yeah.
To be so clear. I don't like a march to victory, though.
That's the problem.
I need the conflict.
Yeah.
With All Stars too, also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I get that people want deserving winners. I totally get that. And especially on talent-based shows.
It's hard for a producer sometimes to craft an interesting story from that.
Yeah, when someone's just so good and likable.
Well, you don't want your season of TV to just feel like a corrective to a previous season of TV.
Chad Michaels.
Yeah, but in general, like, I like a surprise.
Yeah.
I like a Dino.
Yes.
I like those moments where I would have never picked that person.
A Trixie Mattel.
At the start. And then at the end, they win. That's why I like Chris. That's why I like Thing 2. Her name was Thing 2.
She competed as a pair.
They
for
had
half.
1 clock around 2 women.
Can you tap that?
I
Silly question?
was about to say, I know you wanted us all to do silly questions, but I think that was the most perfect triangulation of our taste levels. I think
Yeah.
that was great. That was a really good question, Hannah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have one more even better question. The last submission.
Favorite
That was
losers of all
dating.
time.
Terrible. You should all be ashamed of yourselves. This is from Nick. Nick has written to us before. Nick has been on mailbags before. Nick is a keeper of Pod LEDOM lore.
So a LEDOM Pod all-star, if you will.
Absolutely. Oi, governor!
Of course.
Well, I'm sad for the upcoming end of an era. I wanted to send you all a big thank you for providing entertainment through the course of 3 presidencies and 1 world pandemic, but still no Cycle 25. I've listened through all the cycles a few times and logged some notable first mentions. I wanted to pass it along if you 3 wanted to have a little trivia about this wonderful pod that you're responsible for.
Okay, Wikipedia.
So
I need a wikia of Pod LEDOM.
he sent
Nick,
this
get
out
on it.
So we could do
Wikipedia.
it like a game if y'all
Oh.
want to guess.
Yes.
You know I do.
I-
You know I
Nick
do.
knows as well.
Also, for once, Hannah can't win.
That's
Oh, finally, a game for Lex and JW.
Yep.
Winsberg can sit back.
Everyone remember when I dominated. Who was that model?
What did we call it? Who's on
who's
top?
on top?
Guess who's on top?
Nope, I'll never remember it.
I still have the cards.
I love Hannah's person. Who's that model?
Who's that girl?
It's Anya.
We all remember that the name.
It's like that thing where we all know.
Okay, so on Pod LEDOM, when was the first mention of "And We'll See You on Top"?
That was episode 1, cycle 1, baby.
I think that was off the top of your head, Hannah.
It
First
sure
episode.
Was. It absolutely was.
No, this is still Winsberg over here. Still fucking winning.
When
I gotta say, good for you though. That is a great sign-off line, and I know you came up with it in the moment.
Thank you.
That's tough.
Yeah.
When was the first mention of booty tooch?
For us?
Mm.
So it was definitely earlier than when it actually.
Yeah, because it came so late. I'm going to say cycle 3.
Yeah, I would say 4.
Cycle 13, episode 2.
What?
Mm-hmm.
We were like trying to hold back, I guess.
When did we first mention Captions Crunch?
That's more recent. I'm going to say that is a cycle 16.
Oh, what I remember about Captions Crunch is that was one of the few that we like workshopped in the moment of what we were going to call it.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
So we knew that recurring stuff was going to start happening. I'm going to say that it was 14.
Cycle 9, episode 9.
What?
It was originally called, and I did not remember this, Captions Corner.
It was called Captions Corner.
And I think you were the one, Lex, who wanted to update it to Captions Crunch.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
When did we first do Double Double?
Well, that was something that was based on the episode
True.
because Tyra said
Yeah.
it for sure.
Cycle 4?
No, I think a little late. I'm going to say it was 6.
Cycle 11, episode 9.
The way we don't know.
This was
Cycle 11?
This one, people will get if they've been listening to this specific episode. JW's Model Basics. When was it first mentioned?
So late. 14, I think.
14.
It was
Cycle
14,
14, episode 2. When did we first use the phrase LEDOM pod?
Okay, so that had to be
Near All Stars, right?
Well, we moved to Spotify for podcast Anchor.
Oh, that's true because we had someone write in and suggest this.
I think so.
Someone said, "How have you been dancing?"
12?
We called it something else earlier.
Oh,
This is specifically
13.
I'll say 10.
11. Cycle 11, episode 4.
Wow, 11 really had a lot of
Notable moments.
11 is the show's Cycle 13 where we Smize and all the stuff was invented.
Yeah.
Cycle 11 was that for us.
We were calling them the Hive in Cycle 7.
Why?
Ooh, icky.
Who said that? Not
Ugh.
me.
Whoever wrote in and suggested the name change, thank you for the rebrand.
That was a fan. That was an amazing
It was a fan.
Mhm. When did we first say Tyron?
I know that was an accident, and there is
a title.
Yeah.
But when was
I
it?
think that was 6.
I think it was 6.
4. Cycle 4, episode 9.
The host who doesn't like Tyra.
I thought it was when they went to Thailand. Is that 4?
No, that's 6.
Okay. I don't know why I thought that. I thought it was during.
That's Jade.
I thought it was during
Because they go to
when they
Tut
do
Tut
when Raven came in and was it Raven?
Raven.
Raja
Oh.
came in and did Tie Tie Baby and like all that.
I think we just said it accidentally.
Yeah, we said it accidentally.
Like it wasn't a reference.
We
to
were
the
saying
episode.
Chiron.
I know I just said it wrong.
And I said, ew, I hate that.
Yeah.
When did JW do the first Where Are They Now?
Cycle 3?
Yeah, I know it did. I think it started halfway through cycle 2.
Cycle 2,
Yeah.
episode 7.
Yeah.
With Persian Sarah.
Oh.
I was about to say, weirdly, I was like, I think Sarah was the first one I did it for because we were like...
Interested in Sarah?
Well, but not only that, but it was just, there was information,
Mm.
you know?
Working models who are working.
I think that came from an intro episode. It was like a pilot, or an audition episode, and Tyra said that.
You are correct.
12?
8?
Cycle 6, episode 1.
That's way earlier than I thought.
Though an informal mention of working model, you're already working in cycle 3, episode 13.
Oh.
Weird that the version like of that came first.
You want to wear that top?
Oh, that's a cycle 1, baby. That was me trying to do segments.
Cycle 1, episode 1.
Yeah.
People were fans. People were fans.
Yeah, people are fans. It just became that we just talked about it constantly.
Yeah, it became less a segment and more just ingrained.
Yeah.
When?
Because I used to call Where Are They Now? Are They Still on Top?
Yeah.
Which just
Yeah.
went away.
When did we start doing alternate episode titles?
Well, it
Ooh.
had to be the cycle
That they changed
that
to
they changed to names
celebrities
or whatever.
The guest host.
Yeah. Which, that was 14, I think. 15?
15?
Cycle 10, episode 2, where New York City, Here We Come, became the
Oh.
girl who references the Book of Amos.
Perfect.
So for Cycle 7, episode 4, Hannah mentioned that the girl who joined the circus should be renamed the girl who can't cook eggs.
Wait, so I was the first official change? Because I definitely made that Amos joke.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was you.
Mhm.
Wow. Neat. I forgot that in Cycle 10 they just were like, let's do boring titles.
When did Tyra first hug the eliminated girl?
I feel like this was Celia. I don't know why I added that extra Issa.
Celia
I
from
think it was Celia from
12?
12.
How about you, Lex?
2.
Sarah Tallin Ball.
6?
Cycle 6, episode 11.
How do I forget that? Now that you're saying that, though, I remember we were all like, Sarah!
It's because she knew she would make money somehow.
It was just because it was the first time Tyra was like, I'll be little. So comforting.
When did we first discover Tyra 2 list?
Oh, that was early. That was cycle 3, 4.
I'll say 2, but 3 was on my head.
The idea in cycle 3, episode 1. We started formally calling it that in cycle 4.
I was
Lex the
right.
double winner.
Wow.
And then just a little.
I actually
bonus.
didn't realize, until you said, I wouldn't have thought that was that old. I'd have been like, I don't know, 5 or 6.
Oh no, that was because that was pre 3 wicks. 1 take 2.
Wow, she was
2
really
lists.
consistent with that. Like, that joke
that's
became
real.
fact.
Yeah. And here's just a little bonus trivia for the two of you.
Mm.
When did the first episode of Top Model premiere? May 20th, 2003. How many podcast episodes did it take to cover all of cycle 1? Just 4.
4.
Remember when we thought that was going to be something we'd always do?
And then finally, when did the first podcast of Pod LEDOM premiere? October 21st, 2018.
I always think it's 2019, though. And it's just because it's before the pandemic, right before lockdown.
No, 6 years, y'all.
Woo!
Thank you so much for all of that work.
That was super cool,
That was
Nick.
So fun. It's like just a great trip for us. And this is where I want to say, because I've been doing the past couple of these, I just want to thank everybody for all of the emails they send, because our fan community is amazing, and the emails you send, you all are so thoughtful and witty and interested, and you do amazing things with your lives, and you tell us these amazing stories of what's happening with you, and it's really been a privilege and a pleasure to read all of those and to receive all of that from all of you. So I just really deeply want to say thank you for all the ways you've supported us.
And I'll say, too, because during the first half, I was reading them, and something
We've all had our turn, yeah.
Yeah, and that should have been the trivia, wouldn't it? Can you tell the writing style when it took over?
The form email that I sent back.
When you're a comedian, when you're a presenter, when you're a host of a podcast and stuff, sometimes, for me, I won't speak for everyone, but what you do can feel a little frivolous.
Oh,
feel
yeah.
a little silly. Like, we're just talking about Top Model.
The looks you get when you tell other people is what you do.
Yeah. They're like,
It's the top rated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, like, all right. In Croatia, for sure.
Oh, you make money?
But when we receive emails that talk about how we helped you through something, whether that's the mundane day-to-day job of a family or yourself being in the hospital, long car trips for various reasons. There's been so many of you who've reached out and said that we've been there for you during a really struggling part of your life. Mm-hmm. And I just want to say, I'm glad we could provide that. And it's also a nice reminder for myself that making art, making comedy, doing this stuff matters to people.
Yes.
And that keeps me going when my creative juices aren't feeling at their most full.
And I will say the fact that we have done every episode is to y'all's credit.
Yes.
We will hang out regardless, but it was your support and your engagement that really made it priority, I think, for us to do that.
I just want to complete it because it became a joke, but I truly wasn't committed beyond All Stars originally. I told them that. I was like, I will give us that for sure. Mm-hmm. But when it became something that brought me so much joy, but also I could tell that there was a very supportive, consistent listenership, I was like, I won't say obligated, but I felt like that motivated, yeah, is a great word for it to continue. So yeah, absolutely. The LEDOM Pod LEDOM would not be without the LEDOM Pod, and the LEDOM Pod would not be without Pod LEDOM. And I think that's beautiful.
And you can always join that Discord. It's click in the ClickSole.
We literally had someone who just joined yesterday, and I was like, I love that someone's before they end it.
It'll continue until the moderators decide that they don't want to. Yep. But that's for us to just check in. But that is really for you guys to talk about all sorts of stuff. You can find me anywhere at Yet Charming.
I am on Instagram at Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And I'm on Instagram at JW_Crump.
Be sure to use the hashtag PodLEDOM when you talk about us, even though the episodes about Top Model are no longer coming out. People still find this, and you can bring joy to other people.
People re-listen all the time. I will say it's nice that we created a podcast that's not topical. Thank you, Tyra, for never doing a Cycle 25. What a nightmare would have been.
So for Pod LEDOM, I've been Lex Basile Price.
I'll be Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
I'm JW Crump.
And we'll see you on top.
Pod LEDOM is not endorsed by America's Next Top Model, Tyra Banks, 10x10 Entertainment, or any of their subsidiaries. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. America's Next Top Model and all names, pictures, and audio clips are registered trademarks and copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.